Okay, there's another book in what I consider to be the kind of core, not core, but like the rule books, where as opposed to adventure books. There's this one. Now, I got the fancy cover because I got like the hobby store exclusive one, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. Now, this one, I was kind of hoping when it came out that it would be like Volo's Guide, but with more monsters. And I was like, as long as I get more monsters, I'm going to be happy with it. Now, let me say, I'm not completely unhappy with it, but I did pay a little bit extra for this exclusive book. And it's got a fantastic cover. It's got a weird, like, matte sort of finish on it. Premium quality book. Now, it does have as many, no, definitely more monsters than Volo's Guide did. It's a bigger book. It looks like it's got at least 150 pages of monsters, and that's pretty good. Now, I have a little bit of problem with the monsters that are in this book. I don't know where it's coming from. I just don't really care about a lot of these monsters. They're just like, some of them are so freaking weird that I don't want to put that in my game. That's dumb. Like, and they really focused on making like higher challenge rating creatures in this book, which I guess is cool. They straight out reprinted the Demon Lords from Out of the Abyss, which I guess is cool, but I already own Out of the Abyss, and there's a few pages kind of not wasted, but recycled, and I guess it saves people from having to buy Out of the Abyss, and they can just take the Demon Lords right out of it and just play them however they want. Demon Lords. And there's so many like demons and devils and super like evil things in here, and some really like setting specific stuff too that or maybe not setting specific, but you got to have a type. Okay, like the Shadar Kai. In the perpetual gloom of the Shadowfell lives a society that serves a Raven Queen, and they got this like whole history and everything, and exactly how these people behave and stuff. So it's like, okay, well now I got to incorporate the Shadowfell into my campaign, and you know what? I don't really want to do with that. Or some of these are like planar creatures. You go to certain planes and you'll find them. Yeah, I guess that's cool, but then it forces me to have to use like these like planar travel storylines, and I'm not really into that. So, I mean, there's a couple new types of orcs and stuff. Well, not orcs, trolls rather. There's turtles. That's a good thing, I guess. I still want that player race published somewhere instead of just online. Yeah, Yugoloths, Githyanki, and all that stuff, and Duergar. It's just like a bunch of variations on stuff that we already know about. There's some standout monsters in there. There's some really cool ones, and this may come as a shock to you because I've played D&D for decades, but I'm really not that into demons and devils. Sorry, wizards, but I mean, I know that right now they're releasing their Descent into Avernus campaign, and I'm not really into that. I don't think I'm going to buy into that at all. Because to me, it sounds like it's just another, here's a grand story set in the Forgotten Realms that, dealing with a bunch of characters that I don't give a shit about, in a bunch of cities and stuff that I don't care about. With a whole history of shit I didn't read in any books, and I don't want to go out of my way to read it, and I don't want to have to pussyfoot around, changing things. No, I got my own campaign world, and I don't want anything that's set in the Forgotten Realms. Yeah, so that's leading off on a rant, but Mordenkainen's Tome has some other stuff in it too. Like it's about half monsters actually, which is, to its credit, is pretty cool. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed in the selection of monsters. Just I don't know, maybe it's we're running out of really truly good original monsters. There's some old ones that they should have reprinted that I don't think they've gotten around to yet. But whatever. It's a D&D rulebook. It's cool. I would not buy this as a player. There's some stuff that might help you out. Let's say if you want to be a halfling or a gnome or a duergar or an elf. There's stuff about they actually expand elves in here. They give you the Eladrin and all that stuff, and it's a lot of fluff and a lot of lore that I don't give a shit about because that's why I make my own adventures, is because I don't want all this stuff that I have to remember that happened and blah, blah, blah. Some people are into that, but I'm not. So, functionally, for me, as a DM, personally, this is useless. With the exception of about 3 monsters in there that I will use. I haven't actually used anything from this book at all. It's not to give it a negative review, because some people might find this like really useful. DMs that say are running Descent into Avernus or whatever, and they want to know more about the Blood War and the Demon Wars and blah 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 and stuff that I don't care about. So, but for me personally, I don't recommend this. If you play like I play, I like to take whatever I can from the existing adventure books and bring it into my own campaign world. And I'll get into that eventually in another video.